Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wasn't sure when I was going to put this video up. I was going to do the Weight Watchers, just wait for it, for Wednesday, but because the holidays are right around the corner, I thought that I would put up this video on some tips and tricks that I use or that I suggest if you're on Weight Watchers, and with all of these events and parties that are going on, what you can do to help you stay on track, still drop the weight, or maintain whatever works for you. So we'll get into that. I'll also be chatting, and I'll leave this towards the end of the video, on why I wear wigs. As you can tell, I am not wearing a wig right now, but many of you ask me, why do you wear wigs, Marlene? So we'll talk a little bit about that. All right, the tips and tricks that I have for you. Please know that I am not a nutritionist. I am not associated with Weight Watchers. I am just a 66-year-old that started on Weight Watchers on August of 2021. I started out about 200 or 250 pounds, right around there. I'm down to 149. I fluctuated this year a little bit, and my goal weight is 135 pounds. I am still bound and determined to get there. So what can we do during this holiday season? Well, I'm going to tell you, there are 3 things that we can do, and you can choose what is best for you. Number 1, eat whatever you want. That is the beauty of Weight Watchers. We do not have to be so strict. We don't have to limit ourselves. I always say it's moderation and making good choices, but these are the holidays. So it's okay. It is okay to go to your event, go to that Christmas party or whatever holiday party you are attending, and eat whatever you want. And once the holidays are over, just get right back on track. That is really the easiest way. We're not going to gain a substantial amount of weight by doing this. I am not going to gain 100 pounds because 1 or 2 days I go and I eat whatever I want. So that is something to please keep that in mind. Once the holidays are over, you might be maybe 5 pounds over, maybe less than that, and just get right back on track using your app, tracking the points, and you'll drop that weight I think, very quickly. I know I have done it, and it has worked fine for me, especially during some of these months this year. If you watch my life update, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Tip number 2, this is another choice that you can do. If you don't want to, you say, no, Marlene, I do not want to eat everything in sight. That just won't work for me. That's okay. Something that you can do is 2 or 3 days prior to the event or the party, try to limit yourself to 0-point foods or meals that are less than 5 points. And this is very easy to do. If we limit our sugar, we limit our carbs, we're going to be able to make really good choices, eat healthy. So for example, for breakfast, eggs any way you like them. You could add some fat-free cottage cheese to them. Yes, I know it sounds weird, but it tastes really good. And use the everything bagel seasoning. Have a slice of 45-calorie sourly bread, and have a cup of blueberries or strawberries, some type of berries with that. That breakfast won't be more than a point. For lunch, you could have a salad with some chicken or some fish or some shrimp, and that will be 0 points. I use the dressings from Skinny Girl, which are 0 points, or you could use Bolthouse, which are 2 tablespoons for 1 point, if I remember correctly. And then for dinner, you could have your lean protein, chicken, fish, turkey, and have a vegetable, asparagus, green beans, no starchy vegetables. So those are the kind of meals that you may want to choose from days prior to going out. And then the day of the event, then eat whatever you want because you've accumulated all of these weekly points. And those of you that are on Weight Watchers, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We gain those, we earn weekly points that we could use at any time in that week. So like right now, I've got like an extra 43 points that I could use. And I'm still having my protein, I'm having my salads, and I'm eating healthy without adding additional points in addition to whatever I'm going to have when I go out. Now I'm going to tell you what I do when I have events that are coming up. I do just this, what I'm suggesting. I eat those low point foods, those 1 point meals, 2 to 3 days prior to the event. The day of the event, I eat whatever I want, but I choose smaller portions. I don't fill up my plate. So if there are some potatoes, I'll eat some potatoes. And if there is cheesecake, instead of having 3 or 4 slices of cheesecake, I'll have 1. So I use moderation, but I don't limit myself. I eat whatever is being served and just limit the quantity and use moderation. I also will have a glass or 2 of wine. I'm not going to limit myself. If you drink soda, I do not drink soda. Any kind of soda, I do not drink. But if you do, something that you could do and you enjoy some wine, you could mix either red wine or white wine with some zero sugar 7-Up, for example, or Sprite, 7-Up or Sprite, either one, as long as it's zero sugar. Mix it with some wine, add maybe 2 ounces of wine and some of the zero sugar 7-Up or Sprite, and add some ice, and you're kind of having a white wine cooler, I think it's called, or a red wine spritz or something like that. But you're still having the drink, but you're not adding all of those points. So I don't do that, like I said, because I don't drink soda, but I will have the 4 ounces of white wine, which is usually what I drink. So those are some things that we can do during the holidays to really help us stay on track and not limit ourselves. We can still make those choices. We could eat whatever we want, which is the beauty of Weight Watchers. You don't have to limit yourself, especially during these events. And it could be really stressful if we're trying to drop that weight and we see all of this food and then we're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't have this, I can't have that. No, not at all. You have whatever you want. And if that eating 0 point days prior doesn't work for you, it's okay. Because once the holidays are over, you could get right back on track. Why I wear wigs. I know that this is going to be asked of me. I'm getting ready to record a video for my other channel, and I didn't want to put on a wig right now. And I know many of you will be asking me, and I have been asked many times before, Marlene, you've got hair. Why do you wear wigs? I'm going to tell you why I wear wigs. First of all, I do not like styling my hair. I do not like to stand there with the flat iron or the curling iron or any of that. I don't like it. And I used to do that all the time, but I'm over it. The other reason that I wear wigs, and this is probably the most important one, one of the primary reasons why I wear wigs is that I so dislike going and sitting in a beauty salon. I really, really dislike it. To me, it just drives me crazy to go to a salon and sit there for 2 hours or 3 hours getting a keratin treatment, getting my hair dyed, getting my hairstyle. It has always driven me nuts. When I had my hair purple, those of you that have been with me for a while, you know that I had my hair straight and sleek and purple. But that took a lot of money. and a lot of time at the beauty salon. So I don't want to deal with that. A wig is so much quicker. I just plop on my wig. And that brings me to my third one. To me, wigs are an accessory. I wear them just like I wear my jewelry, my clothes, my shoes. I change them. I don't like to wear the same clothes every day. I don't like to wear the same shoes every day. I don't like to wear the same jewelry every day. And just like any of those, I do not like to wear the same hair every day. I like to have short hair one day and longer hair one day, curly or blonde or red or gray. It doesn't matter. I like to change my hairstyle every day. Now, granted, I totally understand that this is not for everyone. Not some wearers prefer to wear the same style and color as close to their own, and for no one to know that they're wearing a wig, and that's what works for them, and there's nothing absolutely wrong with that. I am just not one of those. I wear whatever I want. And if somebody says to me, wow, your hair looks so pretty, I either say A, thank you, or B, oh, thanks, it's a wig. And I tell them what it is. That's just what works for me. And not everyone is the same. But I usually match my wigs to what I'm wearing, to the event I'm going. If I'm going shopping, I usually don't wear the same, I won't wear the same wig that I would wear if I'm going to a holiday party, or if I'm going to meet up with some girlfriends for an evening out or something. I like to wear different hair. I also match it up with my clothes. I'm not going to wear an evening gown with the same wig that I would wear with my jeans. That's just how I like to do it. And that's why I wear wigs. They're always ready to go. So when I'm getting ready to go out, I just throw on my makeup and throw on a wig and I'm out the door. I don't have to fuss with curling irons and flat irons and curlers and all of that. Again, that's what works for me. So that's the reason why I wear wigs. Yes, I do have hair, but we have to remember wigs are not just for those with hair loss. They can be worn by anyone, whether you have hair, some hair, you don't like your hair, you have thinning, or you have total hair loss. It really doesn't matter. Women wear wigs for different reasons, just like we wear our jewelry and we have our preferences and our clothes and our shoes. To me, it's really no different. And I think that stigma that we had back in the 70s and in the 60s about wearing wigs is totally different now. And on my channel, on here, you'll usually see me with a different wig. You very rarely will see me with my natural hair. I rarely go out with it because I just prefer to say, oh, I want to be a blonde today, or I want to be a redhead today. I want to wear my hair in a ponytail today. That's just me. But I think that they've come a long way. They look incredibly natural. There's lots to choose from. There are synthetics. There are human hair. There are human hair synthetic blends. There are heat-friendly ones where we can straighten or we can curl them. So they've really come a long way. Are they perfect? No, absolutely not. We still have a long road ahead of us to make these wigs as perfect as they can be. But in the meantime, I think they work beautifully. I don't think anybody really knows. I mean, I get complimented all the time on my hair when I go into a grocery store or into a clothes store and people don't know me. And they'll compliment, oh my gosh, your hair looks so beautiful. And I'm wearing a wig. So they can't tell, even if they're really close, you really can't see the lace front. So that is the reason why I wear wigs. I hope this video was helpful and informative on some tips and tricks for Weight Watchers and what to do during the holidays. I hope I answered the question of why I wear wigs, and I'll be back on Wednesday and give you some of the foods that I have introduced into Weight Watchers different foods that are really working for me, and I'm really excited to share those with you. Thank you, everyone. I hope that you're all having a fantastic day. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye.